Hey guys, today I am going to talk a little bit about blackout curtains. So if you notice in our RV we have all of these boxes around our windows and the old shades as well. We want to eventually get rid of all of these and put out blackout curtains instead. And you'll see that's on all the windows on each side. These are removable and I'm going to eventually remove them and we're going to replace that. You see it's on this side as well. But I'm going to practice using blackout curtains in an area that does not have the box window set already, which is at the front. And that's where you see this nice Willie Nelson shade that my husband put up. Yay. I love you, Willie, but you gotta go. So you can see there's some cracking right there. The way he has it up here, there's cracking. I think there might have been boxes there at one point. I don't know. But we're going to try to do this without any drilling. Any hardware that has to do with drilling. So we're using this instead. So we have the rubbing alcohol that we're going to use to clean first. And then I found some command hooks. Easy stick command hooks for curtain rod hooks. We're going to found these at Walmart. We have a tension rod. I'm going to use that. Oh, I'm sorry, the curtain panels first. I only got one because I'm just going to try this out first with one panel that has the grommets already. I am using a tension rod, not an actual curtain rod, because it's real light, and we're actually kind of practicing on this first, so I'm going to use a tension rod for this one. And then some magnetic holdbacks, curtain holdbacks that I found also at Walmart. Okay, so the first thing with the command strips, one side you just take off the red side and you're going to glue that side onto the curtain rod holder, and then you're going to take off the black side and stick that, after cleaning, make sure you clean your area first, you're going to stick that where you want it onto your wall. There's a couple of different processes. You got to make sure you hold it down for 10 seconds, then you take the hook off, press another 30 seconds, and put the hook back on, and you'll see I have it there. This other side is a little bit more difficult because you can see that there's some wires, some stuff that's been missing. It's an old RV, so we have some issues, so I want to make sure I don't cover that too much. I pulled the tension rod out to 48 inches. Let's see if it fits. Make sure it goes all the way across and that it's even. Looks like it worked just fine. We do have to wait an hour for that to set before putting up the curtains. So I have the curtains laid out and I'm just letting this sit for an hour. I actually did for about an hour and 15 minutes just to make sure. I also wanted to make sure that the curtains weren't too heavy. So now we are making sure that that's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a little bit less than I wanted to, but like I said, I wanted just one panel for this one. Oh, it's been an hour. We've tried it. Like I said, there's a little bit of room there. I wish it was a little bit larger, but I also didn't want it to be too much because it is a driving area, and on travel days don't want it to have two panels to have to pull back. So there is a little gap right there in the front area. And then we are using our magnetic pullbacks. Oh, I'm sorry, there's Willie. Left Willie to the side. I'll figure out another place to put Willie, but he's not going to be hanging up here anymore. Sorry. Love you, Willie, but you got to go. Okay, so here is the magnetic curtain holders. I love them. There's two automatically. Like I said, I only have one panel, so I'm just using both of those. And you can pull it from the middle, go off to the side. Either way, it gets kind of warm here, so I usually am probably going to have it hanging down for most of the time. When I don't have them pulled back, you can actually just hang them up on your tension rod right up there in the left side. So it looks like this actually worked out really well, and I want to try to do the other sections after the boxes are gone. So today I actually received some stuff to help us out with the other curtains. I actually found this on Amazon, and we're going to try this. So instead of doing the tension rod and then the adhesive curtain rod holders, this actually came together. It's a two-piece in one curtain rod set with the adhesive holders themselves. So, and it actually goes up to 63 inches, I believe it said. Actually, it might be even longer than that. It might be 90 inches. So it should fit. I got 3 of them, one for each set of windows. So this is what the curtain rod looks like. No, holder, sorry. It actually does have an area for you to drill, and then there's some screws and stuff in here as well if you want to do that. You don't have to. We're going to do the 3M adhesive step instead, because anytime you can bypass drilling in an RV, you definitely want to do that. The other thing I got from Amazon are my blackout curtains. I was kind of worried about the color because I didn't know if it would match the other ones we had, but it does. I've already checked. Got 3 of those. I went ahead and opened up this one just to make sure it fits, and I put it against the window, and it does. So I'm super excited about doing this on the rest of the RV. So now we're going to try to put the curtains up in the first set of windows that have a box around it. So we said before, we're going to have to take this box off. We did find that these shades are actually screwed in. I know it's hard to see, but there's a little screw back here that these are screwed into. So we'll have to remove that and then or put it back on there so that we can keep the shades, because we do want to keep those for a little bit longer, because they do help with the blackout, working really well with the blackout curtains. So until we decide to get new ones, we definitely want to keep those. Okay, so on to the drilling part. Yeah, it's a bone shape. You got it. And so these are pretty easy. You just turn these over. They have the 3M stick on the back side. It also came with some hardware, but obviously we're not going to use that. I've already stuck this one up here. So you do this, and then you wait. It says the best is to wait 24 hours. I do like that where the rod is going to be, it actually is kind of sticky right there. It kind of holds it in place, which is great for whenever we're doing traveling days. Okay, so let me finish attaching these. Now attaching the rods together. It actually came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for each set, and I'm probably going to use all 6 of these. So it's really easy. When I put these 2 together, you just kind of screw it in. So far so good. Okay, so I was able to put both panels up. It fits really, really well. I don't actually have the rod sitting in the rod holder yet because I want it to adhere, but I have it sitting on top so I could kind of see. The only issue I'm worried about is this section right here, because I had to use 5 of the rods to be able to get it to fit, and it's still so much length down here, and I've already pushed it all the way that I could over here. So I'm kind of worried when we take this box off of here if it's going to run into where we need to put the other one for this set, but we'll see. So for the front set, we actually had to hang the curtain rod holder like this. So remember, we had the problem with it running into, I was worried about this was going to run into this other one. There was also another issue where this one, if I put it flush against the wall, it would not be far out enough for it to hold the holder. So instead, and thank goodness it was made this way, I could actually attach it up here, and we're going to try it from up there, hanging on both sides. So that actually did work. I was able to hang them from the ceiling instead of the wall so that it would fit. Do have a little bit of an overhang here, but I don't think it's that noticeable. And it does overlap over here, but again, not a big issue. So that worked out okay. Now we have finished with all of the curtains that are going in the areas where we did have boxes, and I think it turned out pretty well. Yes, and then over here to the left, which this is the main area because that is where Payne sleeps in that pull-out bed. So I want to make sure it's nice and dark in the morning. So I am pretty happy with the results.